I think that in integrating the 2030 agenda in the Asian region and in the countries that are there in Asia, one of the key challenges I see is localization of the SDGs. Now, one of the major themes of SDGs is that no one should be left behind. Now, if no one is to be left behind, then obviously you will have to go to the remote areas, the vulnerables, to the marginalized groups. So localization of the SDGs becomes very important. But I see that in many of the countries, SDGs are still being implemented from the national perspective, national plans. But these, it's very difficult to take these down to the local levels, because in many countries there is no devolution of power, there is no local government structure as such. So getting hold of those, particularly identifying those who are marginalized, is number one. And number two is to identify policies and strategies. And number three is to address those through resource allocation and implementation. So getting the resources from the diversity of potential sources, for example, public finance, public-private partnerships, foreign aid, then blended finance, the philanthropies, non-governmental organizations. So identifying those sources in a more concrete manner and getting those sources is proving to be very challenging. One of the other challenges is that in the context of domestic resource mobilization, many of the Asian countries, the tax GDP ratio, the revenue GDP ratio are still very low. So there is a potential there, but it's still that potential is very difficult to be realized. The other is the global financial sources. And we are seeing that the aid which was supposed to come, the climate fund, green climate fund, all these, the promises are also countries are finding it very difficult to access those funds. And the third is the global systemic issues. For example, the global trading regime, the global investment regime. All these also will have to be made in a way that it is conducive for the Asian countries to access resources through those modalities, the global systemic modalities.